This is a story that chills you to the bone. 14 children, the oldest just 14 themselves, are under arrest tonight in connection with the death of another 14-year-old boy. The boy's body was found in the charred remains of an industrial unit in Gateshead, England after a massive fire. 11 boys and 3 girls are in custody, all suspected of manslaughter. The investigation is obviously in its early stages, but the idea of children so young being involved in something so horrific is deeply, deeply disturbing. We'll continue to follow this story closely as it develops. Is Elon Musk about to get his own city? Voters in a small slice of Texas head to the polls Saturday in an election that could have major implications for the billionaire entrepreneur. At stake is the incorporation of Starbase, a city that would encompass Musk's sprawling SpaceX facility. If approved, Starbase would give Musk's company significant control over local planning and taxation. Critics say it's a blatant power grab, while supporters argue it's necessary to support SpaceX's ambitious plans. It's a fascinating case study in the growing influence of tech titans and the future of urban development. A political earthquake down under. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has secured a second term in a landslide victory that few saw coming. Albanese's centre-left Labour Party defied expectations, increasing its majority in Parliament and bucking the historical trend of ousting incumbent governments. This is being seen as a resounding endorsement of Albanese's agenda and a clear message from Australian voters. They want fairness, they want opportunity, and they're putting their faith in Albanese to deliver it. Chapter 4. Buffett steps down, Abel takes the reins. An era comes to an end in the world of finance. Legendary investor Warren Buffett is stepping down as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway after a remarkable 6-decade run. Buffett, a man synonymous with value investing and long-term thinking, is handing the reins to his longtime lieutenant, Greg Abel. This was not unexpected. Buffett is 92 years old, and succession plans have been in place for some time, but his departure marks a significant changing of the guard at one of the world's most successful and closely watched companies. Tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate as the Israeli military issues call-up notices to thousands of reservists. This mobilization comes amid a widening Israeli offensive in Gaza and fears of a multi-front conflict. The reservists are expected to bolster Israeli forces along the border with Lebanon and in the West Bank, freeing up regular troops for a potential ground invasion of Gaza. The situation is incredibly volatile, and the international community is watching with deep concern. Turning to Canadian politics, John Hogan has been chosen as the new leader of Newfoundland and Labrador. Hogan, a Liberal, secured a decisive victory in the party's leadership race, capturing nearly 78% of the vote. He takes over a province facing significant economic challenges, but Hogan has vowed to build a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous Newfoundland and Labrador. His ability to deliver on those promises will be closely watched in the months and years ahead. In Singapore, the People's Action Party, or PAP, has extended its decades-long rule with another decisive election victory. The PAP secured 87 out of 97 parliamentary seats, giving new Prime Minister Lawrence Wong a clear mandate. The party has governed Singapore since 1959, overseeing a period of remarkable economic growth and stability. But critics argue the PAP's dominance has come at the expense of political freedoms. The election results suggest Singaporeans are largely content with the status quo, but the country's next chapter will be defined by how it confronts rising economic inequality and a more assertive China. That's all for today's top-breaking news stories. We covered a lot tonight, from the depths of human tragedy to the heights of power and innovation. The world is constantly changing, and it's more important than ever to stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates and in-depth coverage of these stories and others shaping our world.